Hey everybody, it's Miss Blackburn here on the Blackburn Buzz, getting ready to show you our story of the day. Our story today is Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. I love this story. Do you know why this is one of my favorites? Let me think about that. It's because when we read this story, we get to dance while we're reading this story. 2 of my very favorite things, dancing and silly stories. Now, when you see Miss Blackburn dancing, I want y'all to be dancing at home with me, okay? While we're reading this story, okay? Let's get started. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons, written by Eric Litwin and art by James Dean. You ready? Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved it so much that he sang his song. My 4 groovy buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 3. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept singing his song. My 3 groovy buttons. My 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! How many buttons are left? 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept singing his song. My 2 groovy buttons. My 2 groovy buttons. What do you think is going to happen next? Pop! Oh no. One of the buttons popped off. Now how many buttons are left? 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept singing his song. My 1 groovy button. My 1 groovy button. What do you think is going to happen? Oh no, I don't want to turn the page. Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. Now how many buttons are left? 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt. And what do you think he saw? What do you think he's going to see? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We just keep on singing. The end. Now, do you see why that's one of my very favorite stories? What do you think that book is trying to tell us? It's a fun song, and I love that we're counting, but most importantly, that book is telling us that some things happen and other things happen, and we don't have to be sad. As long as you stay happy and you keep singing, everything will be good. If you think that's true, let me hear you say, oh yeah. All right. Bye, you guys. I hope you have a great day.